everybody, Angie here. I am going to start a new journal today. Thought you guys might like to come along. I've got a fun pattern here, some fabric, and I thought that was just so pretty. It is a old vintage curtain that I've cut down, and I just think that is so pretty. So I cut down a piece, and I thought that would make a really nice cover for a journal. So that is going to be the outer cover, and I have already starched and pressed it to save a little bit of time off camera. So that is going to be the cover, and then on the inside lining is going to be this piece. Okay, so I have a piece of lightweight cardboard here. I've got all my papers, and I'll go through those with you when we get to that. So yeah, that should be fun. It's been a little while since I've started a journal. I've got some off camera that I'm working on, but I thought it'd be fun to work on one with you guys on camera. Okay, now let's get started. Like I said, I do have this already pressed and set to fit for the most part. So we're just going to get right into this. And what I thought I would do is we would just fit this right in like so. All I have to do is miter my corners, because if you just fold those down, and I don't know if that's, I'm sure you guys, everybody does for the most part. Journals have been around for a long time. But if you don't miter those corners and you just fold them over like that, they get pretty bulky. So by what I say by miter is, if you can see where the fold is, the crisscross, and just kind of do a curve, or you could go straight across, but I kind of like to do like a little curve just like that. And don't go all the way to the corner, but almost. And just snip off a little corner of that. And that just takes away the bulk. And it helps to lay your corners down a little bit more flat and flush and smoothly. Okay? All right. So we're going to lay that down. And this, like I said, was old curtain, and it has a lining in it. And I'm just going to leave that right in there. But actually, I think what I'm going to do, since that lining is in there, I am going to just run a little bit of the glue just to kind of keep that piece from moving. And I am going to stitch around that. We will get the cover on and together, and we'll do it all on camera together, but the stitching, I'm going to stitch around this, and I will do that portion off camera. That's the only thing I will do off camera. The rest we'll do together. So I thought that would be fun. Okay. So I just need a little bit of glue just to hold things in place until I get it to the machine. And like I said, I just went ahead and pressed it and got myself a line going. And we just run a little bit of glue down there. And just go all the way around. So how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's in good spirits, doing well. A new journal makes me happy. Always fun to create and design a new journal. So that's always fun. Okay. Alrighty, so I've got that lining down. Now we'll go back over it. The second piece. Trim that just a little bit more. It's hanging over a bit. There we go. And see, it just helps the corners just to lay down nice and smoothly and nice and flat. That old trick's been around for a long time. Okay, very nice. Look at that. Pretty, pretty. All right. And then this is going to be the inside lining. And I have this pressed as well. And I just have it a little bit of a seam on the inside. And I have a line in the middle to show me where the middle is. And I think I'm going to do a 1-inch spine on that. So let's get that on before we go any further. And we'll figure out where the middle is and get our, I need my bone folder here. Where's my bone folder? There we go. Okay. Okay, so 1 inch is here. And right here. Get that started. Okay, and then finish folding those over. I just help that out. Okay, there's one. And two. There we go. That looks good. Nice and straight. Okay. Looks good. Now, this piece is longer than the folder cover, this journal cover. And the reason for that, I will show you. I just want to take a second and try to get this lined up and find the center here. I just want to make a little, just a little line for a guide. Okay, because I want to try and get even on both sides. Okay, And I think I didn't grab any clips. I have a paper clip here. Let's see. Oh, I have one bulldog clip. That'll help. Okay, that'll work for the moment. Okay, so while I wanted to find the middle of my journal cover, as well as the middle of this inside fabric, because I want each side to have the same amount of distance of fabric. So when I sew this down, my plan is I want to have a side tuck on each side of the journal cover, and I want to try my best to get them the same size. So if I have the same amount of fabric on each, I'm going to overlap those. So when I sew this, I'm going to sew it just like that. Okay. And then that'll give me a little side tuck pocket there. So that'll look good there. So I'm just going to give that just a little crease there. So then when I take that to the machine, that'll be ready. And then I'm just going to do the same with the other side. And try my best to get the fabric straight when I do the stitching. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this around because it's a little bit easier for me to work with. And I think that shifted on me a little bit, did it? Maybe a tad. But I will definitely check my spacing and everything when I take it to the machine. So up just a little bit. See, it looks like I need to, I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but try our best to get it as closely as accurate as we can. Okay, let me just double check that. And we are still good there. Lines up on the corners there. Okay, so then I can come back and do this fold here. And for the most part, each side should be about the same distance and the same size. Just like that. Okay. Just give that a little crease. Give it a good press. Maybe move that down, and it'll get me some more clips, but there we go. So then I'm just going to run stitch here, here, and all the way around. And then I will have a little tuck pocket there, side tuck there on the front and the back, and that will be my cover. Isn't that cute? Okay, so that's what it's going to look like, and I'm not sure if I'll probably just do a straight stitch. I don't know if I'll do a straight stitch or a zigzag, probably just a straight stitch. Okay, so that there, guys, is going to be my cover. Okay, I'm just going to run a straight stitch all the way around. That's all I'm going to do off camera. Okay, so let's work on our papers. Now for our papers, I thought I'd do something just a little bit different from what I normally do, just using our digital prints. I have two different kits that I am going to be mixing together for this journal. And I'll go through those with you. I wrote that down. It is off Etsy from a store called DigitalFit. So if that's something you're interested in, it's called DigitalFit. Okay, and let's see. I thought I wrote down what the names of them were. Let me see. I thought I did. Guess I did not. One was called, oh, Daisy. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. That I do not remember. One was like stationary. I'll have to look and I will include it in the description box below. One was like stationary collage mix, journal mix, and that's this one. And it's just 6 pages, okay? So there's one. I just really like the colors. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. Okay, and then this one. And I believe this one was called Daisy something. Like I said, I'll put it in the description box below. Okay, and this again is also 6 pages. It's like a watercolor, real soft. Isn't that pretty? Oh, goes that way. Okay, so there we go. So with those 2 kits, what I thought I would do is mix and match them. So like 1 and 1, and then let's see, put that one with that, and then that one, and just mix and match. Okay, so there's still 6, but there's 3 from one kit and 3 from the other. And then I have just a couple printables of some coffee dyed paper, and let's see, I have 4 of each of those, so I'll put 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of those. And I think for the most part that should be enough just to get 2 small signatures in this journal. Okay? So now my next step is what I thought is I brought in some, I don't know what color that is, kind of a little bit deeper than, it's kind of like, almost like a corduroy, like a sand beige cardstock. And I'm going to be layering it on top like so. But with doing that, I am going to be cutting these down. I want a rough tear on these, and I have a little, I bought this off of AliExpress. I thought it was going to be a full-size tear ruler. It's a tear ruler and a die in one, and this is, it's 8.5, but it's real small and kind of flimsy, but I'm going to give it a try. And we're going to see if we can get it to work. Okay, so my thought is I want each page to look the same. So, I'm going to lose a little bit from each of the page, but that's okay. I already know that's going to... Let's see. And I'm thinking probably about a 1/2 inch on each side. I think I'll use this side. Okay, and let's see if I can do a tear. This part might be a little bit boring, but I just want you to see my process of how I'm doing it. And once I get the first one done, you'll see what my thoughts are here. I think about there should do. And okay. And then I'm going to come to the other side and I'm going to do the same thing. Try to take off about the same amount on each side. First little bit of the tear is the most difficult. There we go. Once we get started, it's not too bad. I may do some of this off camera as well, because I think it might be kind of boring for you guys to see me tear all this now that I'm getting started on it. But I'll do some of it with you, and I'll just finish up the rest of it off camera. But I want you to see what I thought process. See, and when I put it together, see how it's kind of matted and layered like that? That's how I want it to look. And I'm going to go all the way around all four sides of every page like that. Okay. So let's do this side, and see my ruler isn't long enough. For this end, so we'll have to accommodate for that. Keep telling myself I'm going to invest in one of those, and I think, is it a Tim Holtz ruler, or is it a We Are Memory Keepers ruler? I'm not sure. If somebody knows, please let me know. But one of those tear rulers. I haven't gotten one, but I do need to invest in one because I do love the teared look. And sometimes you just, you just want to tear it. Now, before I tear the top, I need to make sure the height is good. So as we're looking there, I don't want to take off too much off of there. Okay. So that's a good thing I checked that. So that's going to be kind of difficult. The less you tear, the more difficult it is to grip and to tear. But we're going to make it work. And I'm hoping this will be enough for 2 signatures. Normally I like to do at least 10 pages, but with me double layering them with the cardstock, it's going to make each page a little bit thicker. So see, there we go. And that's just what I want. So then when we fold it in half, I'm going to layer it like this. And I've already creased that one. Like that. And they both have all the same tears, so they kind of match. So that's kind of just what I'm going for, just like that. Okay? And that will go in. Very nice. Okay. So that's one. So let's go ahead and get that glued in. And we'll do one more together. And then that will be it for this video. Just the introduction and the start of the journal. Just to kind of show you what I have in mind for the start of it. And I will finish up the pages and do the stitching. And when I come back on the next video, we will get it sewn in and start the fun part of decorating it. Okay. So there's one. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And then we can still bring in a little ink. Let's see how that's going to look. At first I was thinking maybe I wouldn't, but I think ink takes so well to torn edges, and I love the look, so I think I will go ahead and run some ink around that. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do on all the pages, guys, okay? So let's do one more together. Okay. Try to start out with it straight. Okay. Oh, slipped on me. And there may be an easier way of doing this. I don't know, but this is just my way. I just kind of want to have them all have the same tear. Okay. See, just like that. Very nice. Now we want them all to be the same, so let's see. Length. Fold that in half also. Okay. So I know where the middle is. Okay, right about there. And then measure this one. Get them all about the same. Right about there, okay? Okay, and the top and the bottom. Basically just take off that salvage. Yeah, this part is not going to be a fun process. I don't think you guys want to sit and watch me tear 20 pieces of paper. That's hard to I'm just gonna have to try and follow along the line here on this one. That one didn't tear as easily as the first one did. There we go. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to try to get it as close as I can. All right, let's check the size on this one. Come down to there. So right at the quarter line, okay. Right about there. Have about a ½ inch or so to pull. It goes easily. Anything less than that, that's when it gets to be a challenge. Looks good though. When I get it finished, it looks good. It's just gonna be a little time consuming. Very nice. And a lot of shredded pages left over afterwards. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, guys. That's my thought process for all the pages. We're gonna do something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. We have got our front and the back, or should I say the inside lining of my journal. Okay, and I'm going to do a stitch all the way around. We will have 2 flaps on the inside and the back, front inside and back inside cover. Okay, so that will be there, and then I will work on the pages. I will get these torn and glued down, and they'll be ready for stitching on the next video. Okay, and if I need more papers, we'll see how thick that ends up being when we get all these done, and if I need to incorporate more papers, we can do that as well, or we can add in some envelopes or some glassine bags or anything like that, whatever else we want to do. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. I hope you guys like what you see so far. I hope you guys stay tuned and follow along with me. Until the next video, thank you so much, guys. Please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.